Welcome, Ashish. Thank you so much for joining me. I have been wanting to interview you for a very long time, so I really appreciate you finding Bali time to join me. So I'm going to start by just introducing how I cross paths with you. You have been my Vedic astrologer for many years, I believe since 2016. And it was actually a local acupuncturist here in Wanaka, Cape Perium, who told me, when you go to Bali, you should go and see Ashish, this astrologer in Ubud. So, of course, I looked you up. And when I found myself in Bali, I had just opened up my osteopathy practice, my clinic, and started a team in Wanaka. And a few months later, in May, which is when I met you, I was approached by someone over the hill and asked if I wanted to buy their business. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've only just started a business. I don't even know if I can run a team. What should I do? And my husband and I, we booked to see you in person in Bali. And I remember you guiding me saying, yep, it's in your charts, you can do this, but here is the ideal timing. And so I followed that and I said, well, I think I have to make a decision sooner than this date. And you said, well, you can, but there might just be a few challenges. So I made sure that when I negotiated the settlement, that it was in line with one of the dates that you had shared with me. But I remember just using your guidance for making a decision to buy this business. And I have used you continually over the years for my clients and also for myself when I'm making business decisions or wondering why and what's going on in my life. So I really want to hear from you and your wisdom about what it is you do and your journey into astrology. So do you want to just give us a nutshell and introduce yourself? Who are you, Ashish?
Okay, firstly, when I say, physically, when I say this body and this person got the name Ashish Tadij, the Vedic astrologer. But as such, in the field or in terms of the realm of God, there is no name. So when I do my readings, firstly, I let myself go, means this Ashish should not be there. Either God can stay there or Ashish. Okay, so when you let go yourself to the will of God, everything is perfect because that universe created everything, you, me, everyone. So if I do the reading, it will never ever be correct. So I just let myself go to the will of that ultimate power, cosmos, universe, and then everything is correct. And journey, how I started, yes, we have to use the word I, but this should not be the case in healing. When anyone says I, that is not a real healer according to me. And there are many people having certificates about this and that. Recently, my friend Tim from Holland came to me. He said, "Oh, Ashish, you're dealing with a lot of things. You're dealing with astrology, yoga, meditation, along with herbs, Chinese herbs, Indian herbs, Ayurvedic herbs, homeopathy. How come? So, do you have any certificate for that?" I said, "I do not have any certificate. I just pointed out I have a small Buddha statue in my room." I said, "Do you know this person?" He said, "Yes, I know him. He's Buddha." Buddha, do you think he got any certificate for his like preachings and teachings? No. Then this is what I do. So yeah, certificates, okay, it could be good for work, but if you really want to enter into the realm of God, you don't need any certificate. Jesus Christ, he did not have any certificate. Okay, so yeah, how I started personally, I think every person is the soul. So soul is having reincarnation from time to time. And yes, we learn our life lessons. In the beginning, according to me, including me also, we all were corrupt. So you have to be corrupt, firstly. If you do not do mistakes, you cannot learn. So you have to go that way in the life. So I also did maybe many mistakes, but with the mistakes, yes, maybe I got good money, last birth, everything was good, maybe some fame, popularity. But one day you can definitely figure out you are still hollow, you are still empty. And that emptiness is going to take you towards spirituality. And that is what happened to Buddha also. One day he figured out he was born into the palace. He got all luxuries of the life, money, glamour. But suddenly, what happened to him? One day he really retired to the jungle, started doing meditation, and that is, according to me, the real spirituality. And when you got that kind of energy in you, at the level of this spirituality, whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever you are going to do, that can be 100% correct. So the feel, love, intuition, these are very important things. I started, I might say, in this life 10 years back professionally, if I say this, I. But actually, it's a journey from many, many lives because I do the past life reading also. So, yeah, we all are learning. We all are on our path. Yeah, someone is maybe a bit higher, like Buddha, someone a bit lower, again lower. So, the higher one who is on the stage, who is really knowing the things, we should be going there to learn something. And this is the way I also visited many gurus in India. I also learned many things. So they all taught me the same thing: meditation, meditation. In the day, you really let go everything. You become one with nature. And then the moment you get the blissful state, you really enjoy. You don't care about people. If Freddie Mercury, personally, I like him, the greatest singer the universe produced. So when he sings, he is just singing. It's not about audience. It's not about people. He enjoys that thing. He enjoys that work. Simple. So when someone does like that, of course, according to me, that person is a real healer. But when I started my journey, to be very frank, I was looking for money 100%. When I started for astrology, I came to Bali almost, yeah, it's been 9 years now.
Can you
So
share
yeah,
the
oh,
story about going to Bali? I remember you sharing that when I first met you.
yes, okay, for Bali, it's a story also. So first of all, it started from Banyan Tree Group of Hotels, where I worked as a yoga teacher, and that was in some other part of Indonesia, what we call Bintan. So I got the position there. But again, how I got the position there? There were many people who were in the queue, but I got selected because I got the background from hotels. I'm a hotelier also, and went into this yoga, meditation, astrology. So the management there, they found my profile very interesting. So they selected me, and that's why I boarded there in Bintan, Indonesia, the hotel, the five-star hotel, Banyan Tree. And I worked there as a yoga teacher. Of course, I did sometimes the work of astrology, but not fully there. But deep down, I knew that astrology is so fascinating. And right after that, somehow I would say it was a coincidence. I came to Bali just for visiting. I liked here, everything good. And yes, that time it was perfectly about money. I thought Bali is the place of opportunity. It's about money, glamour. Yeah, you can make really good money. In my hotel, I used to get $1,000 a month. And here, if I teach, people can come to me like anything. I can make really money. Money means 10, 20,000, $30,000 a month. Oh, it's very good. So I did not have that much of money when I came to Bali for the first time. So again, I went back to Bintan, again working there. Then I saved some money. And one day I really decided, let's go to Bali. And before that, my guru, Pandit Mahavir Prasad Sharma, who taught me astrology, he also said, Bali is very good for you, Ashish. Bintan also island, B, again B, Bali. Okay, so it was matching. And again, water is good in my chart. So around water, the islands. So yeah, Bintan also an island, Bali also an island. I knew that deep down I'm going to get success here. But when I started, it was not easy because if you have to make any company here, again, I don't believe in legal things, but the government, of course, believes in legal things, visas, and many more things. So yes, I fulfilled those things in the beginning, and that took me some time. I could not go straight forward into my work. And right after my company was done, then I started doing my work. And of course, I started with a very small place in Bali, in Uluwatu. There is an area called Uluwatu in Bali. So I started from there. Again, it was the story, because I did not have enough money to have a big house or a big clinic or something else. I just was eating in that restaurant called Ipu Keti Warung. Warung is a small restaurant, what they call in Bali. So when I was eating there, I figured out, yes, isn't it what I was looking for? A place near to Bali and in the ocean, around ocean. So yeah, suddenly something clicked for me. Where I was sitting, that place was facing the ocean, right on the cliff. I said, this place can be my place. And I talked to the owner, and I found owner also very quickly. Ibu Keti, her name. And I talked to her, I would like to teach yoga here. And of course, I deal with some astrology. Why not? Take it. Okay, so there was some empty space they were not using there at that time. And then, yes, I was very happy. I started making my boards, brochures, and everything. And yes, I put them there for the few days. No one came to me for almost, I would say, 10 days. Not even a single person also bothered. People just keep on walking, seeing my ad. Who is this person? We don't care. Who cares for this Indian person? There are many people, many more handsome men, maybe many more beautiful women. Who I am. No one special, nothing special with me. But one day, one Australian lady, I still know her name, Nicola, Nicola, I think Nicola. So yeah, she approached me. Oh, can I book for the session with you about meditation and yoga? Okay, I was ready. I did the session. She was very happy. Afterwards, she saw my profile. You do astrology also? That was my first client, I think, here in Bali. And I said, yes, I do. Okay, can I book for that this astrology session? Okay, whatever I know, I will try. Let's see. And when I started telling, of course, that was correct. But that time also, I was not into pure spirituality. Again, still money, money, money. So money is very important. I understand for everyone. But yeah, deep down, I knew that I'm doing it for money, but it should not be the case. But what to do? Because we all need money. This is important for everyone. So I started doing it. She was very happy. Oh, you chose the right things. You hit on the spots about my career, about my love life, and about my relocation plannings. I want to shift to Bali, and that Nicole, I did not see her. It's been a long time, but she also got some hotel here. She said to me last time, maybe she's busy, I'm busy with my work. But yes, what I said to her, you can come here, you can have a hotel. And yes, here she got the hotel. So this way I started firstly. Before that, I used to do in my school time readings for my friends only, okay, free of charge, not charging anything, just here and there randomly. Those things were also quite correct that time. And how everything was quite correct is happening all because of the 8th house in Vedic astrology, which is a house for secrets, occult, spirituality, healing, transformation, death. So I was also about to die many times, I would say. And really, it happened to me. So some people might think astrology does not work in the life. It's not practical. Many people think, oh, it's not logical. But according to me, it's really very scientific, but the person must be required to read that thing. And for that, we need intuition. There are always two categories in the world, logical and emotional. So with logical way, you cannot understand astrology. Healing is all about intuition, beautiful feelings, love. When we dissect our brain, we cannot see where are the thoughts, emotions. It's just blood or maybe some part you can see. The emotions are still ruling the world. So if you want to enter into astrology, any sort of healing, any modalities of healing, you must be a person with intuition, with heart. So I just scan my clients, I just see them. Sometimes charts are not required, Vedic charts are not required at all. Just see the person and you can feel something. If I feel I'm restless, my client is restless. If before my client is coming, I feel I'm so happy, I'm playing with my child. That is exactly the case. The client is looking for having the child family. When I see suddenly I feel very sad, I feel really very sad out of no reason. My client is very sad, very upset. Suddenly I feel my stomach is paining. My client is coming with stomach cancer. And this
Mm.
is exactly the case. And this is the power of the 8th house. But again, it does not mean 8th house is the only special house. I would not say. It depends. God has created this kind of zigzag patterns. It can be with the sixth house also, where Jinn, I know for her, I don't want to reveal your secret, but you
It's
got, if I'm
okay.
not
It's
mistaken,
you can
Venus
open
and
you can talk
yeah,
about it on here.
yeah. She got Venus and Mars, the house for health, healing, spirituality, and if I'm not mistaken, there is number 10. 10, that means the Capricorn, and Capricorn Mars is very good, exalted, very happy. So she is also dealing with that kind of work. And along with that, if I'm not mistaken, Moon and Rahu combination she got in the 10th house. So Moon and Rahu, I also am. That's why we are connected. And maybe there could be many more people, they have this combination. And according to me, when we know in one way someone having those similar configuration with the planets, we can be happy as friends, maybe your love life, your partner, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend. Um, but sometimes I think secret must be kept secret. Because if you know everything, God is also telling me when I do meditation, Ashish, yeah, I know you are good. I'm giving you that power. Isn't it what Elon Musk is doing? Isn't it any great person is doing? Maybe any great musician. So they are sharing, but still something is there what I also cannot teach about astrology. Yes, I can teach many things because this is all intuitive. You must be having that power to feel. If I'm here, I must be able to feel if there is any spirit around me. If I go around a tree, plant, I see a beautiful flower, I must be able to feel the energy of that flower. It's very important. Sometimes I go to the poisonous plants. Okay, I go and I feel there is that strong energy. I go to a beautiful flower, gelsemium. What I personally tried, gelsemium flower. It is yellow in color, very beautiful. But when you go near, you try that flower, maybe a bit, that is actually poison. Sometimes it looks very beautiful. Any flower you go nearer, you try, then you know it's poison. But poison is a remedy for poison. That is also the eighth house, where I have a few planets, and that could also help you. Where you have Moon and Rahu. Moon is about mind, emotions, psychology, intuition. Rahu, there is no planet by the name of Rahu anywhere in the world. But Rahu is just like a node, a shadow planet, what we call north node of the moon, an eclipse point. And that is the point what we say about mind. We cannot see where is mind. When we see this physical body, there is no mind. We cannot figure out where is the mind. There are emotions. We cannot. But actually, that thing, or what we call mind, exists
Mm,
according to me. People think, no, no, everything is logical. No, no, it's not
mm,
logical. Logical word and intuitive word, they all are together. This physical body, what we say, matter and the mind, they are together according to me. There should not be division. But this body is also required. Otherwise, that mind cannot be there. And mind should be there. And of course, this body has to be there also. So, what I personally feel, intuition is very important because I deal here, but it does not mean I criticize people dealing with logics, engineers, maybe any person who is mathematician, maybe any scientist, Einstein. But I'm for sure I have the feeling when you reached by the end point of the reality, logics and emotions they merge.
yeah.
Yin and yang they merge.
Oh,
And isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful, when they are merging. A
I
logical
absolutely
person is sitting
agree.
together. Mhm,
It's because I know that I started off very logical, and then as I got into this work, it started
mhm,
to become a lot more intuitive.
mhm,
And something that I teach is the structure, but allow your own intuition to come into it. And yeah, I've been drawn to you because you're very intuitive.
mhm,
And just the other day, we unpacked in a WhatsApp conversation about
mhm,
how astrology for you is not purely mathematical and that it's intuitive. And I always
mhm,
want to work with intuitive practitioners who are willing
mhm.
to work outside of the box, who aren't necessarily bound by legal systems as well. And it's interesting that you say we both have the moon and Rahu, and that might attract us to one another
That's
because
the case.
I have a group that you did readings for, and I shared all of the readings within the group. And there was something in my mind where I thought, I know that Ashish sometimes says similar things, and what are they going to think if they all see similar things? Now, they were all
Correct.
very different, but there were some similarities, and that question came up.
Correct.
Someone
Mm.
said, I read everyone else's readings, and he said very similar things. And I said, but yeah, we're also, I believe that we cross paths for a reason, and we're all interested in very similar things to be able to come together in this group. And a big thing that was similar between all of us was the mind, the psychology, the health, and the emotional aspect.
Correct, correct. So when I do the readings, what I did for your clients, I could understand these are like sometimes similar things, maybe yoga, meditation, herbs, healthcare. So yes, in one way, these are similar things, but the restriction was there because all of those readings were written one. So if yoga, I cannot put many other things. So I was expecting if someone can ask me, can question. I love questions because this is what Moon and Rahu combination is. Questions must be there, otherwise life is useless. If no question, Buddha cannot be Buddha. He felt, why do we die? A scientist is always thinking why the word is in this order only, why not other way? Questions must be there, but maybe your clients did not ask me. If
Mm.
they could ask me, because this is my job. If yoga, suppose yoga, I have to write yoga only, but in yoga can be Hatha yoga, can be Vinyasa yoga, can be maybe Bikram yoga, can be Ashtanga yoga, can be maybe any other modality. Yeah. So I can differentiate with the person. This person is having the influence of Mars, so that Mars is about fire. That can be this lady, or that person can be going for yoga, which is more exercise form, heating form, can be Bikram yoga, like that. But
Yes,
yeah, they did
I
not
love
ask me questions.
I like
Yeah.
this because, yes, I love questions as well. I'm like, guys, ask me questions. It's like, and then I start to get the messages coming through for that specific person. And this is the conversation that we were having the other day when someone reads something and they take it very literally, but also they're only seeing, for example, the word yoga, but they might be thinking only of the forms of yoga that they've been exposed to, but there are many different types. And that's
Correct.
where sometimes that conversation and working with someone who can show you all the other possibilities is really important. So, um, let me see if I can formulate this question. I think one of the issues people have perhaps is that they don't ask questions when something doesn't make sense. They
Correct, correct, correct. You
get
must ask
limited
questions.
knowledge.
Yes, that's true.
Mm. What do you
And
have anything else to say about people who might take things very literally and when they don't like what you've said? Because I always say Ashish doesn't
mm,
care if you like it or not. He'll just say what he sees. But what would you have to say about people not liking what you have written?
mhm. See, firstly, we cannot make everyone happy because we have different mindset, we have different thinking pattern. So one day, when Buddha was finishing his lecture, he said, "This is the right time, to do whatever you feel like." So there were three people. Three people interpreted in three different ways. So one of them was really a person seeking spirituality. He thought, okay, this is the right time to go and meditate. And that person started. The other person was a thief. A thief thought, oh, this is the right time for me. Yes, isn't it? It's getting darker. This is the right time. I can go and I can steal something. I can make money, or I can get money. I can steal gold or maybe precious things, ornaments. So he went for that thing. The third person was the prostitute. Wow, this is the night time. Buddha is very correct. Yeah, this is the night time. This is the time I can make money. I can go for my work. I can make a lot of money. So people are people. So they have different mindset, different prejudices, and they think differently. So yeah, I prefer if people can ask me questions. Sometimes A is not A, and in mathematics also they say sometimes 2 plus 2 not always 4. It could be 5 also. If people who know about mathematics, logical word, they can understand. Yes, it is the case. What I'm saying. So yeah, when I did readings, first thing personally, I would say I'm writing yoga, this and that, or maybe healthcare. There are different things in healthcare also. It is very vast. but I did not receive any questions. So you must ask questions. If a
Mm.
person is ready, like a healer, like Jinn or like me or anyone else, you ask questions. So this way we figure out how to solve. Buddha also got many questions from his disciples. So then Buddha has to figure out, okay, which way to respond properly. So must ask questions. And secondly, when I write, is too tiring for me. I don't like writing the things. I really like to be face to face. And when I write, sometimes my eyes are like too tired.
I know there was a
So that's
period
why
of
I think I
time where
know
my
I.
clients didn't get any
Mm,
written readings from you, but now you're
yeah.
back
So
on
so
board doing that.
so yeah. So that was the reason. Also, I know I want to tell many things, but still, it's been 2 hours writing, and sometimes I have to figure out someone else also waiting for me here. And generally it's just 50 to 60-minute session, but it takes time to write, and that's
Mm.
why sometimes I narrow down. It could be
Mhm.
my mistake or God is telling me to be like that, but yes, if they ask me, I can really answer. And if you uh, go to any other astrologer, they might be repeating the same things about this, yeah, yoga, meditation, or your profession could be into creativity, maybe art, design, hotels. Now how to put it in a different way? You ask me question, I can answer. Hotels hotels, someone can be making a hotel maybe with ultimate luxury, like the 5-star hotel, maybe a villa like that. Someone can be making the hotel maybe in a traditional way, prepared like with mud or straw bale, that way, more sustainable. Someone can be making the hotel which can be more like clear cut edges. You see, clear edges is very
Because
clear, spacious.
actually, the accommodation or the hotels that you have on your property, that's
Mhm.
interesting because it's
Mhm.
linked with your wife's chart, who has luxury in her chart. Is
Correct,
that correct? And so that's why
correct,
you
correct.
trusted her to
Hmm.
build these really unique round,
Round shaped bamboo
yeah,
bungalows, what I have here.
named after
So,
planets.
mhm. So I was interested into something about sustainability. So I made those bungalows, and I did not know more options that time, but I know now many more options. We all learn, we all develop something new with the time. If next time I make something, I am going to make more like bungalows or villas with sustainability at the same time luxury, which is very difficult. Either you can use concrete or you can use maybe some sustainable materials. But with concrete, we get that luxury, the feeling of safety, security, which we do not have in sustainability. So I'm trying to merge both of them in future. Let's see what I'm going to do.
And you're going to wait for the right timing.
Yes, yes. I personally think now there is no need to think about the right time. Yes, in astrology we have timings for this and that, but now personally, when at my level, not at my client's level, I feel when you fall in love with someone, no need to think about time. Just fall in love. It's enough.
Mm.
No need
And
to
this,
think about the time. When you want to be happy, you can be happy right now. Why you should wait tomorrow to be happy with this or that or money or maybe house, or maybe when people know me, then I will be happy. No, Buddha did meditation. He understood the things. He's finished. He was into blissfulness. Now, when you get something you want to share with people, it could be two ways. One can be egoistic way, where person, I achieved something, achievement, and then I want to show to the world, here I am, I did this and that. One way can be more polite way. So personally, I think before I did not understand that humbleness, politeness, it was all about money. But now I understand about Buddha. I did meditation in the morning, and afterwards, really, this Ashish, no more. I was crying. It's very difficult to cry. It's very difficult to cry. We are so had people nowadays. It's very difficult to cry, because
mm.
we hold our emotions. We are trying to become logical or love also. If this man handsome, blue eyes, tall, this and that, maybe good money, then only I fall in love. No, love is just love. Let it happen with white, black, this and that. Don't think about those things according to me. So personally, at my level, what I feel, just do it. Just do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, when people want to know Ashish some sort of timing, because they are not at that level yet. So I tell them, yeah, this is the time for your work. You want to start
Yeah.
your
And can we
clinic.
go
You
into that? So
start.
what can people be guided with astrology?
Yes, there are many things. Actually, this is your blueprint. astrological chart, and God is not doing any sort of repetition. Every time when I read the chart, every person is having a unique chart. But yes, one way Mars in Cancer can be for many people. So this way I have to figure out, oh, Mars in Cancer, it could be the way like you can be having good property benefits, you can be dealing with a restaurant, cafe, maybe something where we have more fire, or anything which is about Cancer is about water. Maybe your restaurant can be near to water, around water. Cancer is about water, element is water. Mars is about fire. So these two things mixing together, person can be having maybe a restaurant near to water, around ocean. So yes, it could be the case.
Okay.
So in simple way, I say this thing, but yes, deep down things are very complicated. But if you have open mindset, you surrender, because I did not create this word, you did not create that ultimate power created everything. When you just surrender yourself, it's very difficult to surrender. It's very difficult to go for unconditional love. But when you do so, you can really have that blissful state. But people
Mm.
don't understand. I have to tell them with logical ways sometimes. This is the good time for your work. These works are good for you. Maybe creativity, maybe engineering, maybe restaurant, cafe. It could be maybe something else also. Maybe it could be software, maybe oil, petroleum, natural gas. There are many things, many vocations. So people, of course, can understand where they can focus more on the profession with astrology. Who is your life partner? We can understand very easily. If I see, oh, there is Ketu in the seventh house, of course, separation is going to happen with that lady or man. I say, if you want to fall in love, you look for the similar Ketu. If someone has Ketu, the south node of the moon, in the first house, fourth house, seventh house, eighth house, 12th house, this way we can be together and we can have a very happy life. But those people also, they are going to come to me when it is too late. They already got some separation, because see, I cannot change the God's plan. If everything is just a win-win situation, life is useless. So they
Mm.
come to me, Ashish, you said to me that thing, it already happened to me. Yes, I said, yeah.
And this is, I've noticed that the way I look at astrology, the Vedic readings that you do for me, and I continue to ask deeper questions.
mm,
I just wanted to share this. So when I had my reading done back in 2016, you
mm,
talked about getting into e-commerce and online. And so I went
mm,
and started up all these little product businesses with my
mm,
brother-in-law, but they weren't passionate. They weren't my passion. They weren't fulfilling.
mm, mm,
And I was just getting busy. And it's so
mm,
funny because, again, I was looking at only from the lens of what I knew and had evidence for then.
mm, mm,
Now, and I look
mm,
back on my astrology reading, I was like, holy cow, in 2020, I got into the online space. And then I
mm,
started doing the work that I'm doing now. But I didn't know that that was even possible back in
mm,
2016 when I read your reading. So
mm,
I look at your readings and I like to keep them because I like to go back and go, that makes sense to me now. So I don't believe everything will make sense in the way
mm,
that we want it to. And I think that some people do this, especially when you talk about partners and perhaps separating is they're like, hey, I'm
mm,
quite happy with my partner right now. I don't want this. But I'm
mm,
like, well, it might be 10 years down the track. And then you circle back and go, we don't
mm,
know what's necessarily going to unfold in the future. But I will often get my clients to get some guidance from you when, hey, I want to buy or sell a property. When is some ideal timings? And it's not that it's miraculously just going to happen, but if you want to put some work and effort into it, then it's going to flow a little bit easier versus in other times. Um,
correct.
but yeah, I like how you say that some people just go a little bit too rigid with it. They use their mind
Mm,
versus surrendering.
correct, correct. See, when anyone is coming to this word of healing, spirituality, you must be prepared, You must be prepared. Yeah, sometimes a healer can speak the things directly. Maybe it is good for you to understand the things in a clear way rather than going zigzag. Some healers, they are more practical. So they say the things what the clients like. And personally, now I am at the place when I feel like I must hurt my client, I hurt. Because
Mm,
that way my client can learn. It's not about money, or I might be getting a bad review online on TripAdvisor or somewhere on Google. You should not bother about these things. So
yeah.
recently I got my Russian client. I did the reading. I asked her, what do you want from me in the beginning? Oh, I want to focus for my career, my love. I finished the session. Everything was good, Ashish, very, very good. And then she said, after a while, after 1 hour, Ashish, actually, I said to you, I wanted to know about my year annual reading, and you just focus there for 10 minutes during the reading. So I want to go for month-wise reading for a year or so. Oh, I said, you did not ask me. Yeah. Then yes, I said to her, see, if the child is longing for something, child is hungry, must tell to the mother, I need this or that. If child is not telling, how come the mother is going to know? Okay, maybe I was wrong, but you see your messages previously, and I'm really with this phone. I personally don't like, really, I don't like. It's not good for my. I don't know why I don't like. Yeah, but I like this face-to-face conversation. Sometimes technology, yes, it's making us available things I can speak, but still I feel like if person can be in front of me rather than this laptop computer, I'm better there. But for some other people it's good, they can be maybe 12 hours a day in front of laptop computer. Engineers are like that, maybe 16 hours, 20 hours a day. I said to her, yeah, you did not ask. No, sheesh, listen that. Then okay, I thought, okay, with a good heart, okay, I can do a reading for you again, month wise, and I will not charge for that. Generally, this is what every healer could be doing. But when I went for meditation, and God tell me, Ashish, now you don't do reading for that lady. Why I don't do? I will be getting a bad comment, on online. Of course, she can write. She's free to do anything. It's like business. I'm doing the work with business or healing. I asked myself, and God also told me to tell the right things. Don't do reading for this lady. And I was again into a blissful state after my meditation. I wrote her with my heart. I'm not going to do this reading for you. It's not I cannot. I can do this reading. I can give you this free of charge thing. But with this way, your ego is going to get more power. And this ego is getting more power, then in future you are going to use people like that. And isn't it what Socrates did or Jesus did, speaking the truth? I might get a bad remark, bad comment online, but I'm ready for that because now I'm no more into business. I'm more into love things, beautiful things. If you can fall in love with everything, whatever we have, is difficult. For that lady, it was difficult. She was into the profession of marketing. Yeah. And after that also I got something like, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I give you all the best wishes, positivity, full of energy. You better learn. You need to change your things because she got separated with the man, previous husband. You need more love feelings, more adaptability, emotions. You listen to your partner, not you put your things in front of your partner. Here I'm correct. It's not right and wrong by the end. It's just like we don't understand someone. I'm happy with my wife. She's in the real world, people might say she's an idiot, stupid woman. I'm very smart, intelligent. But no, in love, these things does not matter. Yin and yang, they always merge together. And this is so beautiful. One is higher, one is lower. But ego does not say, I'm I can be lower. I'm higher. Why I should go to the rice fields here in Bali? We have quite many. I work there like a farmer. Ego says no, and that's why I started my small cafe where I cook by myself.
Mm.
This is real spirituality. What you feel like, you do it. Of course, there is tomorrow, next life, but if you have the opportunity right now, why don't you go for that? So
Hmm.
this way, that lady also did not dare to write for me a bad comment until now. So if you are
Sorry, she
true,
she did or she didn't write you a bad
no,
comment?
she didn't. She didn't. She didn't. I
Okay.
said, you can write, you go ahead. Yeah. And I'm
Mm.
telling you from my heart, generally we get offended when
Yeah.
someone says something bad about any healer, maybe to you, to anyone else, to me. It
Mm.
was like that in the beginning. I got two bad remarks also on my TripAdvisor before it was required because we all are like materialist people. We need money in the beginning.
Mm.
Life is like this. We do mistakes. I was also like that. Everyone, there is no exception. But once you understand, there is no need to think about money, popularity, fame. When Freddie Mercury sings or Taylor Swift singing, it's just about heart. Just sing.
Mm.
Does not matter 10 people or no one else or 10,000 people in front of you.
Yes.
You just do your thing. Maybe I'm not good in English. Maybe sometimes I muffle, but it's okay. Isn't it what that is healing?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, maybe he was not that intelligent or well versed in English or something, maybe Jewish language, but here we need heart. That is the
Mm.
most important thing, means the word of healing.
Mm. So
Okay.
how has astrology guided you?
So firstly, there I have many planets, 8th house. 8th house is about death. So I was about to die 5 times and it happened to me. So when,
Can you go into that, the dying 5 times? Was it
yeah,
all
so
in the last
firstly,
couple of years or over a number
I
of years?
overall in my life, so firstly it was with like malaria. It happened and I got 105 degrees, I think centigrade temperature. Oh no, I think Fahrenheit, that is Fahrenheit, I think. So 105, and my mother was worried that I was a child, I was about to die. Oh, this child is going to die, everyone said like that. My uncle, who is a doctor, western medicine doctor, he also said, yeah, it's very difficult. But somehow any, I would say God, my mother prayed for me, okay, give my son life back, oh God, and something happened. I did not die. She tried some onion juice on my feet and that was okay, and with the time I recovered. That was the 8th house for sure. 8th house is about death. Yeah, 8th house very strong for Socrates, also Jesus Christ, but ultimately they also died. Maybe I'm talking now, it could be my fate also in future. Someone is
Mhm.
killing me. It happened to John Lennon also. Okay, so yeah, it happens. So you can be careful in one way, but still you cannot change the full destiny. Some of the things we have control, like I want to be happy with my wife, I should not be fighting, I can do so. When I do readings, I can make maybe 90%, maybe 95% people happy, but 5%, Judas, even Jesus Christ also could not make him happy, and he was the culprit. He did everything for Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ was crucified.
Mhm.
So, yeah, some of the things we can change with astrology. Maybe you get the right person, right partner, and with my advice, you can be happy. You're confused about your vocation, profession. I know with the chart this you can do the work that way. I know with the chart, okay, you can go to this country, that country, and you can be very happy, and it is the case.
Mm.
But some of the things God is still asking me here, don't tell those secrets. Some
Mhm.
secrets I also don't tell. But
Mm.
yeah, some of the things people must understand, I tell, but something I also don't tell. Like
Mhm.
when the person is going to die, I see, I know when I am going to die or other people, but I don't tell these things. These are, otherwise person is going to die today. If I say after maybe 25 years, this and that time, something is so scary for everyone. Uh, so,
Interesting.
so I don't tell those things. But yeah, about love, career, someone is suffering from health currently. I'm also dealing with health because that is a, I would say, fifth incidence, but I'm jumping from malaria to the fifth one,
Yeah.
where after vaccination my body collapsed and I was unable to walk, and chronic acidity all of a sudden. Whatever in English or Western medicine they have, what endoscopy, this and that, they did everything, but they found only chronic acidity, biopsy, maybe there are cancer cells, this and that. And I tried pantoprazole, pantoprazole 40 for almost 4 months for my stomach problems. Not only stomach, I got many problems. I was
Mm.
unable to eat, vomiting, nausea. Sometimes they call here, something is stuck at your throat, dysphagia. You are unable to speak. I was in that phase when I spoke with you. I can do
Yeah.
written readings,
Yes.
and dizziness, vertigo. I got everything, everything.
Yeah.
But with everything, this is a clue, this is a hint. God is asking you to be a good healer with medicine. And that's why I'm dealing with homeopathy, Ayurveda, Chinese medicines. I love acupuncture. I love traditional Chinese medicine. I love some Indonesian natural herbs. And this way, I knew that, okay, it could happen to me. This vaccination can
Mm.
create havoc on me, and my wife was also saying, don't take it, don't take it. But I wanted to go to India that time, and my planets also were saying, there you go. And the other planets were saying something else. okay, this vaccination can be dangerous for you because eighth house means sudden things can happen. All of a sudden you die. All of a sudden I can be a person on the street having no money. All of a sudden I can be like the super rock star. All of a sudden someone is shooting me, I'm dead. This is eighth
Mm-hmm.
house. This is eighth
Mm-hmm.
house where I have many planets. But that time I knew that it could happen, but I went for that. Isn't it what Jesus Christ did? He knew that he could die. And that was 100%. He knew that he is going to die, but he chose that death.
Mm-hmm.
Socrates, he knew that he's going to die. Hemlock was given to him. He knew that. But if he could have run away that time, means that is not the real spirituality. So I deal with astrology, but one more thing higher than that, that is spirituality, means ultimate power. So astrology is just the part of God or the God's plan. Some of the things we can control there, but some of the things, even though I knew that vaccination can create problems, I went for that. Now you see me, I'm skinny. But when you saw me also, maybe that time also skinny,
No, you
but
do look quite
afterwards,
different.
okay, so but afterwards I got good weight on. I was almost 72 kilograms, yeah, I think, and now I'm 55. So I
Mm-hmm.
lost almost 12 to 15 kilograms before. So wait, I'm still like that. But if I did not go for that, how come I could learn about homeopathy,
Yes.
traditional Chinese medicine, maybe acupuncture? When I get headache, my wife is having headache, I just put some needle, tuck 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 tuck, and after 15 minutes headache is gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
So you
in
see the
one way,
opportunity in this.
yes, in one way, yes, you should be knowing the path with astrology. You can, yes, it is correct. Yeah, you might fall down today, you might meet with an accident, or today is a good day for you to meet with your lover, or someone special for you waiting. Maybe I see around maybe a place which is a healing place, probably a yoga studio. Maybe today you are going for some learning there, yoga teachers training. Maybe you might strike with a man looking like this or that, tall, maybe but skinny. Okay, maybe forehead is quite broad, and it is the case. So
Mm-hmm.
in one way, it is good. You meet with that person, you are happy. But other way, what I mentioned is contradictory. I knew that, but I went there. I was about to die. Really, really, it took me 1.5 years. Still, I'm recovering. It's very bad. No one would like to get cancer in the life, but reality, people get cancer. So God is teaching me to have that feeling, understanding when cancer comes or any chronic or acute problem comes, you must be able to feel and you must be able to understand what is the feeling of that patient.
Yes.
Now I have herbs which can heal people definitely, I know. But yes, doctors could be against of me. I do not have any degree with me. But yes, if
I've
anyone would
started
like
taking
to
my
try,
2 herbs that you recommended. I ordered them straight away. So
yeah,
I'm waiting for some change.
you are looking different. If you if you see, if you try, if you start also anything, maybe I'm going for something good, I'm going for the morning sun, there can be a different smile, different kind of aura around you, definitely, what I can see
Mm.
with these herbs. One of them, I think that was Shank Pushpi.
Yep.
In Ayurveda we call Shank Pushpi, botanical name I must have mentioned to you. So that Shank Pushpi, when I tried that flower, because I was feeling like into depression. I went to into all problems,
Mm.
depression, stress, anxiety, and that's why I can be a good healer. If you want to be a good healer, you think, okay, just clients coming and you are a good healer, you get your money. No, you are going to suffer by yourself. Definitely, every healer, not me, everyone else. If you don't suffer, you cannot become a good healer. No, it's
Mm.
no way. Higher the suffering, higher the potential to become a Buddha or Jesus Christ, anyone like
Mm.
that. But if you
Well,
get
it's
okay,
interesting how you talked about the cancer and your vaccination experience. I remember when I was studying osteopathy, I
Mhm,
said, I wish, because I never used to experience and still don't experience a lot of physical pain. And I
mhm,
remember saying once, I wish that I could experience every single
mhm.
condition out there for at least 24 hours so that I could truly empathize with my
Correct.
clients.
Mm, mm. No, it's correct. Otherwise, how I feel, if I'm a man, how to feel the energy of a woman, unless I fall in love or marry. If I marry, then I understand. Yeah, a woman's word is a different word. Yeah, then only I understand. I'm an Indian. If I live in India forever, how come I understand other people or different cultures, races, how they feel, what they want? So I had to go there to experience
Mm,
those things. And people don't like these things to suffer. It's really painful. People go to church and they pray Jesus Christ or Father or God or whatever, but no one would like to become a Jesus Christ because it's very difficult. It's painful. He sacrificed himself. It's very difficult. But yes, with difficulties, opportunity also comes, according to me. If
mm,
no difficulty, no problem for Newton, he never like discovered about the law of gravity. So problems must be there.
yes.
If problems are happening to us now, so we have to figure out some new ways. If no corona, then no vaccination. Okay, so yeah, we
Mm,
have to learn. And corona also, I made the video around this, and that time the pandemic can start, and that time it would be over. But people did not believe me. I put some
mm,
YouTube videos because I would say you might put this video on YouTube, but that is actually not the right place because people are still not until that level. No
yeah.
one can be millionaire, billionaire with YouTube. Jesus Christ is not going to be there for sure. I, in one way, I resist if you put the video there because it's not for those idiots. Okay, but other way, there's no other way because Buddha also preached to even farmers or people who could not understand about spirituality, ABCD of spirituality, but still he tried. So yes,
Yeah.
you can
And then
give
maybe
them.
with timing, people will circle around and go, oh, actually, that
Let's
Ashish
say
was onto something.
I don't care about fame in the beginning. Yes, it was the case because I was about to die. I
Mm,
saw that near death experience.
mm,
So ego is shattered for me now. Before it was the case, I want to make the hotel or the best astrologer in the world. Now it's no more with me. Now no more. And when I meditate, this is meditation is purification. And you meditate every single day, so you purify, you cry, you see the beautiful word existence, you fall in love with everything. Not only like good people, bad people also, because what Jesus Christ also said,
the ultimate,
love. Yes,
the
yes, you
unconditional
have to
love.
accept. Yes, and so when you fall in love, you expect, okay, your man or your woman must be like this condition. If you're putting conditions, ultimately the relationship is going to fall down, not today, tomorrow, for sure. But if it was from heart, it is going to survive. Even you get big jolts or big problems or like obstacles, still the love is going to be getting more and more maturity with the
Mm.
time.
So, Ashish, what I'm hearing is for those of my clients who have had full readings with you, is that they should
Hmm.
probably get in touch to explore further if they feel
Yeah,
called to.
why not?
Um, because yeah, I love having the written reference, but of course we're in touch and I ask you lots of questions.
Hmm.
What is the information that people need for their readings when they
I
contact
need
you?
I need just the first name so I know who is that person. Just the first name. I don't need the full name. It's okay. And then I need date of birth, time of birth, place of birth. Now, some people might say, I don't know my time of birth.
Yeah.
This is a question for many people. Well, I know it's in between 2 to 4 a.m. It could be for many people. It does not matter. Come to me because it's about energy. I can understand.
Mm,
Oh, isn't it different? With 2 a.m. when I was born, the ascendant can be Capricorn. Maybe 4 a.m. it could be Pisces. Isn't it different? They are different things. It does not matter. It does not matter. I'm catching the whole you. So I have a unique way of doing the readings, not just mathematically. If it is mathematics, anyone can learn. Okay, go with like coding in computers or engineering. Coding, you have to go with this way, that way. One, two, three, four. This way, you have to follow the pattern. But here is healing. You fall in love. You just there are 100 different men. You fall in love with one person out of nowhere. It just happens,
yeah.
and he's your man or that woman is my woman. It happens
Yeah.
and you know it by yourself, and it does not matter this ascendant or that ascendant.
Yes.
So
And that's what I like. And that's what was revealed from our conversation the other day about how you're not purely mathematical, it's intuitive as well. And those are the sort of practitioners and therapists and healers that I like to work with. And so,
Mm.
yeah, not knowing the birth time or being a roundabout is probably the biggest reason why people hold back. And I often give them a nudge. I'm like, just give me a roundabout and I'll send it to Ashish. So, Ashish, thank you for sharing with us. If people do want to have a reading done with you, how do they get in touch with you?
Okay, thank you so much for taking this interview because there is no other way to teach people. Buddha also went with people. So if someone likes, okay, can come to me having the similar maybe inner chemistry with me, will come to me ultimately. If someone is criticizing this is the word, I don't mind also. Someone saying, this man is too much or this host is too much. This is word. We cannot stop these things. But yes, if someone is interested, I'm ready to help.
And I'll put your details, your WhatsApp details, and your email details in the show notes. Is there a preference? You just said that you
Uh,
don't like your phone.
See, this is the case. One time, a person who is really understanding that blissfulness or full of love feelings, but the next moment you feel like what I felt, I want to share with people. This is human tendency, so we have to share also. But yeah, in one way I feel no, but other way yes, but ultimately we have to go for yes. You have to do the thing, means I have to share my details. Otherwise, who knows, there is someone here in Ubud, Bali, or who knows about astrology, spirituality. So if Buddha is passing through these Ubud streets, or maybe around you, wherever you live, American streets, no one is going to recognize. People
Mm,
are busy,
mm,
so he speaks because that is from compassion. He speaks maybe not today, tomorrow that person could be enlightened. That's why
yeah.
he must speak. So that's why I also must speak.
Well, I'll put both of your details down, and
Yeah.
I just want people to know all you have to do is send your name, your date of birth, your place of birth, and your time of birth, and that's it. Like you don't need any other details. And actually,
Mm.
um, I get so tempted to tell you some of my clients' backstory so you can guide a little bit more, but then I know that it also takes away from their belief in what you share because sometimes they're like, oh my gosh, it's
Yes.
so spot on with some things.
Correct, correct. It's
Yeah.
difficult to digest the reality. If someone says to me also, maybe after 2 years in this and this month, that date you are going to die, nobody likes to hear
No.
those things. I can hear because now I have seen almost death, and it's good to be free. Why you are afraid? One day everything is going to be taken away from you. Not
Mm,
Don't be afraid. Life is to really enjoy. You cherish every moment. Today I can speak. Yesterday I was unable to speak because of my dysphagia,
mhm,
vomiting, nausea. It's okay to be quiet. That time it was difficult. Yes, it was difficult, but it's required. Life
mm.
without pain is of no use. Pain is more pain, I would say, more gain, more
Yeah.
opportunity.
I think it's an amazing teacher. I agree with
Mm,
you. And we can
mm.
transmute it and definitely see these challenges as opportunities and lessons. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.
I really appreciate your wisdom, your guidance. I haven't seen you and your face since 2016. So, yeah, I'm glad that you're still here because I thought, yep, Ashish is gone. He's not doing astrology readings anymore. We've lost a gifted healer,
Mhm.
but I'm glad that you're back on board. So, if people feel called to, I'd love for you to reach out to Ashish and I'll be in touch with more questions.
All right, all right. Yes, you are welcome. I will try. Not I will try. He is going to try because he created the word. So she, sometimes she is again ego. He, no, he or she, whatever it is. Yeah, the universe. If that energy is going to tell me you speak this way, I speak. If it is hurting someone, I don't care. If it is helping someone, okay, that is also fine. Because sometimes nature is hurting me. I also was in a very difficult condition. I got sick, but
Mm,
without sickness I could not learn anything. It's
yes,
required. Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you again.
Okay, welcome.
And I will be in touch.